Coming up in the news, a well-known businessman shot and killed over in Bimini. Police investigating a shooting incident at a restaurant in Freeport. And the Grand Bahama Port Authority responding to claims of pollution in the freshwater canal system.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all. I'm Shashina Wolf-Farquharson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, police over on the island of Bimini searching for answers into the shooting death of a prominent businessman over on that northern island. Italia Hall reports.
Superintendent of Police Henry Roll says police received reports of a shooting incident in the Bimini Bay area on Sunday morning shortly after 1. He says police responded to Villa 10814 and met a male lying on his side, complaining of being shot by an unknown assailant.
Now, it is alleged that this villa directly behind me is where the incident took place. Now, according to police, the victim was shot multiple times in the upper body.
As a result of that, we had rendered some assistance by taking him to the local clinic here in Bimini, where he was met by the medical practitioners who assisted with medical assistance. Subsequent to that, as a result of all of the efforts being made, unfortunately, he met his demise sometime around 4 shortly thereafter.
Superintendent Roll says reports are sketchy at this time, but they have interviewed a number of persons.
I can safely say that we don't have any motive at this time, but the officers and the team that came from Grand Bahama who's assisting us, we're doing all we can to see where we go from here. But we are seeking the public assistance and trying to get any information that can assist us moving forward with this investigation. In Bimini, it is normally quiet. It's an isolated incident. We can assure you that we're doing all we can to keep the peace here. Nothing of anything untoward has come to our attention with respect to this incident.
He was not able to say whether or not another person was in the villa when police arrived on the scene, but he says he wants residents to know that the police department is committed to solving the crime. We
just want them to understand that despite what the social media is saying, we're going to do whatever we can to bring some resolve to this matter. You're going to hear from the horse's mouth, which is the police. We know what we're doing, and so trust us when we make any judgment call.
The victim is believed to be Alan Perez, the owner of Big John's restaurant and hotel that's been a part of the Bimini community for many years. Now, when our ZNS News team visited the restaurant, we learned that it's closed. Reporting in Bimini for ZNS Network News, I'm Italia Hall.
Now, Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini, Pakeisha Parker Edgecombe, releasing a statement on that tragic passing of well-known businessman Alan Perez. The MP says the death of the businessman and resident of Bimini has sent shockwaves throughout the community, adding that the incident is truly tragic and is a rare occurrence on that northern island. She says she's hopeful that investigations by the police department will result in the capture of the person or persons responsible. She notes that she has spoken to the officer in charge of Bimini, Superintendent Henry Roll, who has indicated that police are actively on the ground. The statement concludes by the Member of Parliament extending condolences to the family members and employees of the businessman, adding that our thoughts and prayers are with them. In other news, a Grand Bahama man is hospitalized in critical condition after he was shot at a restaurant yesterday. The man, identified as Omar Penn, a.k.a. Punch, was shot to the upper part of his body and was taken to the Rand Memorial Hospital in a private vehicle. Police tell us that officers were called to the area on East Sunrise Highway, where they received a report that a male was shot. The motive for the shooting is not known at this time. Police are actively investigating this matter and are appealing to the general public for any information that can assist in this investigation. You're asked to contact the Central Detective Unit at telephone numbers 350-3107 through 12, 911-919, or you may call your nearest police station. Meantime, police officials issuing a wanted police bulletin late this afternoon for 41-year-old Nigel Jamal Forbes, a.k.a. Guy Fawkes, in connection with attempted murder. Forbes is described as 6 feet tall, 169 pounds, with a low haircut and of dark brown complexion. Police warns that he is armed and extremely dangerous. Should you know the whereabouts of Nigel Jamal Forbes, alias Guy Fawkes, you are urged to contact the Central Detective Unit at 350-3106 through 12, or you can simply dial 911. So in news from the crime beat, Jamaican national 19-year-old Ricky Ricardo Morgan back before the court on Friday for the commencement of a trial for using obscene language and making threats of harm and resisting arrest. While appearing before Magistrate Reagan Johnson, Morgan maintained his not guilty plea to the charges. The prosecution called 3 immigration officers as witnesses during the trial, who were cross-examined by Morgan, who was not represented by counsel. At the conclusion of the trial, Magistrate Johnson found Morgan guilty on all 3 counts. He was fined a total of $450 or in default serve 4 months at the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services. Last Tuesday, Morgan was arrested by immigration officers and charged before the court for engaging in gainful employment without a valid work permit. He pled guilty to that charge and was ordered to pay $3,000 or serve 9 months behind bars. Reports say Morgan was arrested last week while working at a construction site in the Freeport area. The Bahamas Development Company issuing an advisory regarding the abundance of algae blooms occurring in several pockets of the Lincoln Green Unit 5 freshwater canal system. A statement issued late on Friday notes that DEVCO is cognizant that algae can be a naturally occurring component of any freshwater lake or pond, and reminds residents to ensure that they do their utmost to protect the water body from any external pollutants, such as fertilizer runoff and other elements. Teams from Grand Bahama DEVCO, the Grand Bahama Port Authority, and the Grand Bahama Utility Company have been out to inspect the situation and will be doing the necessary water quality tests and cleanup of the water body to ensure that the environment remains clean and safe. Parties will continue to closely monitor the matter and are committed to bringing about a resolution to correct the abundance of algae bloom occurrence. Stay with us. There's more news right after the break.